is a very experienced hunter. Surprise is her special weapon. She's good at sneaking up close to her prey, an important tactic not as easily achieved in a group. Without her perfectly adapted claws, success would be elusive. Lion claws are retractable. When a lion's not hunting, claws are kept sharp under a protective sheath. As a lion jumps on the prey's hindquarters, they release their claws and sink them into the flesh, like hooks. The cat tugs downward while muscle and teeth take over, finishing the job. A lone hunter can keep more of the spoils for herself, but eventually she'll have to share with some of the others, even if she doesn't want to. Sharing is a lion thing. Most other cats are loners, but lions depend on each other to raise their young, to defend their territory, and especially to hunt. It's their extraordinary ability to coordinate their attacks that gives them an edge. The mountain pride is skilled at the group hunt, but they're struggling. They can't seem to kill enough prey to quell their hunger. Something is getting in their way. A problem that might seem familiar to many species. Teenagers. Teenage boys. Normally, when the cubs reach 3 or 4 years, the dominant males kick them out of the pride. These elders won't tolerate sexual competition. But there are no adult males in the mountain pride. Perhaps they died or wandered off to join other prides. As a result, the young males have stayed at home. The mothers have tried to teach them to hunt, to earn their keep, but they're mostly interested in sleeping in. These hulking teenagers have the strength and appetite of adults, but they act like cubs. The mothers and sisters must hunt more to feed themselves and all these growing boys. If the females don't kill more and bigger prey, the whole pride will be in jeopardy. As night sets in, the females pick up a mouth-watering scent. Impala. For a lion, an antelope like impala is not a lavish meal, just daily grub. But this doesn't make the hunt any easier. Impala possess a kind of advanced warning system known as the flight zone. As soon as a potential threat crosses the perceived boundary, the animals know to run. The alarm system provides a head start. An impala knows it can outrun a lion if it takes off as soon as the alarm is triggered. The lions must respect the flight zone, get to know it, and eventually penetrate it. They must inch as close as possible to their prey without being detected. This is because lions are built for speed, not for distance. Like all cats, they stand on the balls of their paws. This allows them to dig their toes in, bend their feet, and propel themselves forward, giving them a flying start. Their muscles snap into action. Made for the sprint, lion muscles extend over the entire length of the leg. They're fueled by glycogen, a chemical that releases a concentrated burst of energy when needed. But it's short-lived. The lion may be able to hit its top speed of 37 miles per hour in a split second, but it can only maintain it for 300 feet. Prey, like antelope or zebra, have hooves that lack the bending ability of paws, so are slower off the mark. But once they get going, they can maintain their top speeds for much longer. Some antelope can reach 50 miles per hour, leap 30 feet in a single bounce, 10 feet high. The leaps aren't only useful for the fast getaway. They may be an example of what biologists call pursuit deterrence. They leap around before an attack, as if saying, "I'm too nimble for you, so don't even bother." The hunters quietly slip toward the prey. Tonight, the wind comes from the east, disguising the lion's sound and scent. They fan out into the darkness, forming a line from one angle. They're foregoing the ambush option. Lying in wait is useless, since their prey is already in place. Instead, the cats decide to go for another strategy. The plan: 5 cats will form a line, staying within eye contact of each other. They'll want to get close enough for the collective sprint, while remaining outside the flight zone. If the outer lions play the wings, while the inner ones play center, their chances of catching impala will increase. The wings should start the charge. Some impala will leap away, but others might run toward the middle, where the centers can intercept them. The impala sense something. They start to bounce. But it's just a hippo, another vegetarian fumbling in the night. Again, a noise. Just another herbivore. The hunters turn this distraction into an opportunity. This time, it works. A stranglehold suffocates the prey. A number of important factors made this hunt a success. First, the lions accomplished the task of getting close enough to the flight zone border without incident. Second, the lions did take up their positions as wings and centers, but with a slight variation. They launched the blitz in unison, creating massive confusion, capturing an unlucky impala in the fray. Third, take a look at the defense. Their leaps were on display. For this guy, hardly a threat. The false alarms of the herbivores might have turned the impala complacent, discharging their leaps before they were useful. A lucky break for the lions. Why didn't the impala detect the real threat in advance? The lions moved into the wind, concealing their sound and smell, allowing them to close in on their prey before the attack. All these variables created the perfect storm of events, empowering the lions to make a killing. As in any battle, the outcome is determined by strategy, skill, and a little luck. Tonight, the female hunters are rewarded for pulling off their plan. But the victors will not be left in peace. Now that the moms have done all the hard work, the 8 young males show up, proving they too have a worthy skill: stealing. They leave nothing for the lionesses. But even among the freeloaders, there is little to go around. One impala weighs about 130 pounds, so would barely satisfy a couple of lions in one sitting. For us, it would be like a large family sharing one sandwich for dinner. Desperate for a meal to feed the whole pride, they'll have to take extreme measures. Next time, the hunters will attempt to take down the ultimate prize: the tallest animal in the world. Africa's roaming watchtowers. Elegant, graceful. And yet, a top-notch adversary. A creature that lions usually avoid because of their formidable defenses. The largest eyes of any land animal, it can match a lion's sight, at least in the daytime. Independently operating ears allow for bi-directional hearing. And the kick, hooves the size of dinner plates, can crush the spine of a predator, killing it instantly. A lion hunting giraffe would be like a human tackling an elephant, bare-handed. It's no small wonder this creature has